In today's tutorial, I am going to be teaching you guys how to cut and sew this beautiful simple Bubu Caftan dress with Ankara patch circle designs. So the one you are seeing on the screen is the one I recreated for myself. If this is something you're interested in, then keep up watching, and please do not forget to like this video, comment on it, share it. This really helps my algorithm a lot. These are the fabrics I'm going to be using for the making of this Bubu Caftan dress. I'm going to be using 3 yards of crepe, and you can make use of any color of your choice. Then I'm going to be using 6 pieces of different Ankara designs. So if you have any leftover Ankara fabric at home, whether it's 4 or 5 or 6, you can just use it to design the front part of this Bubu Caftan dress. First of all, go ahead and fold your 3 yards of crepe into 2. After folding it, further go ahead and fold it into 2. So as you can see, I wanted to fold it into 2, then I went ahead to fold it into 2 again. With this, I'll be able to cut both the back and the front at once. Then go ahead and iron your fabric. Once you are done ironing it, go ahead and mark a straight line across your fabric. This line I am marking on my fabric is going to be serving as the starting line or shoulder line. This closed part is going to be serving as the center front and also the center back. Now I'm going to place my tape here like this. I will mark the wideness of the neckline I'm using. So I'm going to mark 3 inches. If you're on a smaller size, mark 2.5 inches. If you are very big, make use of 3.5 inches. Now for the depth, I'm going to mark 8.5 inches for my V neckline, 8 inches for the V neckline, and ½ inch for journey allowance. So you can go ahead and mark whatever you want. After marking it, I'll connect it to the neck width. After connecting it, I'll go ahead and mark the back neckline. So for the back neckline, I will place my tape on the shoulder and I will come down by 1 inch. I will connect the round neckline. Okay, so this is going to be the neckline for both the back and the front. Now I will place my tape on the shoulder and mark half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8.5 inches. Then I'll place my tape on that point. I will mark the length of the sleeve of this Bubu Caftan dress. I'm going to mark 15 inches. That is how long I want the sleeve of this dress to be. Now I'm going to place my tape on the starting line. I will come down by 1 inch for shoulder slope. Then I'll connect it onto the neck width like this. So after connecting it, I'll place my tape on the shoulder slope. I will mark the wideness of the sleeve. Now for the wideness of the sleeve, I'm going to be using 10 inches, but here I am marking level inches. The remaining 1 inch is going to be for journey allowance. Then I'll just mark a straight line inward like this. So this line here is going to be serving as the chest line for me. I'll place my tape on the line. I will divide the widest part of my body by 4. Now the biggest part of my body is my hip, so I'm going to divide my hip measurement by 4. I will mark it on this chest line. So for you, divide the biggest part of your body by 4 and mark it. If it's your hip, your tummy, your bust, divide it by 4 and mark it on the chest line. Then I'll go ahead and add extra 4 inches to it, because this is a Bubu Caftan dress. So what I'm going to be doing now is to measure the total measurement I have here like this. Whatever I have as the total measurement around the chest line, I will come to the hip area, I will mark it. I will go to the hem of the gown, I will mark it. After marking it, I will go ahead and connect a straight line from the chest line to the end part of the gown. Then I'll curve the armhole area like this. There's no special way on how to curve it, just go ahead and curve it. After curving it, I will mark a straight line across this part here, the sleeve area, okay, so that when I'm cutting it, it will be very easy for me to know where to cut. Now if you want yours to be short, or you want to measure the full length of your gown, place your tape on the shoulder and measure the full length of your gown. For me, I'm going to be using the full length of this fabric because that is my exact length. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out just like as you can see me doing. So first of all, cut out the back neckline. After cutting it out, I will open it and remove the inner piece. This one is going to be serving for the back. Then I'll go ahead and further fold this one into 2 again. Then I will cut out the neckline like this for the front. After cutting it out, I'll go ahead and cut out facing for the front part of this gown. So I'll go ahead and fold this fabric into 2, the remaining one. After folding it, I'll place the front part of this gown on it, making sure that this closed part is facing the closed part here. Then I'll go ahead and cut out the shoulder and the V neckline like this. After cutting it, I will remove the front. Then I'll just go ahead and cut out the wideness that I want for the facing. So after cutting out the facing, I will place it on the neckline like this, so right side facing each other. So I'll go ahead and pin it. Once I'm done pinning it, I will take it to the same machine and stitch it down with 1/2 inch. So I will also go ahead and cut that piece of fabric, just like as you can see. I'll use it to turn the back neckline. So this is just me sewing the V neckline. Okay, pay attention to this part. As you are sewing it, be removing your pins. So once you are done sewing it, go ahead and top stitch on it. Some of you said you don't know what top stitch is, and that is why I am showing this part. So after sewing it, notch the middle of your V neckline, notch the middle. Okay, after notching it, go ahead and flip the sewing, the rough part and the lining to one side like this. Just flip it, just like as you can see me doing. After flipping it, go ahead and sew on the lining, not on the main fabric or on the lining. This is how to top stitch. For those of you that said you don't know how to top stitch, just go ahead and sew the lining. Make sure all the rough sewing and the lining, they are facing one side. Once I'm done top stitching on it, I'm going to iron it out. So I'm going to flip the lining to the back and iron it. So take your time, flip the lining to the back and iron it. Now by the time you are done sewing this dress, this lining is going to be coming out from the neckline, okay, around the front part. So in order to eliminate that or stop that, you are going to thread your needle and use it to hand tack it at the middle. Okay, so the next thing I want to do now is to cut out the patches for the front part design. I'm going to be folding this paper into two, then I'll further go ahead and fold it into two again like this. After folding it into two, I'm going to place my tape at the middle here. I will mark 3 inches. So once I mark 3 inches, I'll go ahead and mark 3 inches round. So still placing my tape at the middle of the pattern paper, I will go ahead and mark that 3 inches round from one end to the other. Then I'll go ahead and connect the points together. After connecting it, I'll go ahead and cut it out. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So if you do not understand, I will advise you rewatch it. So I'm going to be folding my fabric into this piece of fabric or leftover fabric. I will mark the back part because the back and the front of this fabric look similar. Then I'll go ahead and iron it and cut out the part I'm going to be using. After cutting it out, I will place the pattern I just cut out on it. I will pin the middle of the pattern to the fabric. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out like this. After cutting it, I ended up having 2 pieces, and this is exactly what I want. So I'm going to be doing the same thing for the other piece as well. I will fold it into 2, iron it and cut it out, okay, just like as you can see me doing. Now I've gone ahead to cut out everything. So these are all the pieces that I cut out. As you can see, I also went ahead to cut out lining for each. Okay, as you can see, I have 2 lining here, 2 pieces of fabric, 2 lining, 2 pieces of fabric. So there are 2 ways to join the lining and the fabric together. First of all, you're going to be placing the wrong side of the Ankara to the lining like this. This is just to give it strength. This one is optional, so take it to the sewing machine and stitch it around. It's not compulsory you must use lining, but if you want it to have strength, you can do it. So this is just me sewing it, as you can see. So it's been long I used my industrial sewing machine. For the past 2 years I've not used it, so it's just like I'm learning to use it again. Once you are done sewing it, go ahead and iron it. Now I'm going to be showing you guys the second method. For the second method, you're going to be using hemming gum to join the Ankara fabric and the lining together. So just go ahead and place your hemming gum on the Ankara fabric, just like as you can see me doing. Then place the Ankara fabric on the lining and iron it down. But this one has its own disadvantage, so I think I wish I know I would have just sew it around. So after gumming it, go ahead and trim out the excess. It has its own disadvantage, but I'm going to explain it better. So if you're going to be using this option, I will tell you what to do. So after gumming it, I will just go ahead and trim out the excesses around the corner, and these are all the pieces that I have. I have 12 in total, as you can see. So I'm going to be using Bubu bias to close the edges of the Ankara fabric that I just cut out, all the patches. So you are going to be sewing Bubu bias on it to close the edges to make it neat. Okay, so you can go ahead and pin it before sewing it, but this is going to waste your time, and trust me, it is very easy. Okay, it is very easy. Just go ahead and use it to close the edges and start sewing it. This is really going to take your time, I'm not going to lie to you. So you need to be patient enough for you to be able to achieve a neat work at the end of the day. Don't be in a hurry, take your time, sew it just like as you can see me, I'm taking my time to sew it. Now another thing to also do is this: if you don't want to use bobber bias to turn the edges of your patches, you can go ahead and use black color thread to weave it. Like just go ahead and weave it around using black color thread. It is also going to be nice. I wish I know, I think I would have tried out that method, though at the end of the day it's still all good. So you can try out, you can weave the edge of your fabric and also use this method for one and see which one you preferred. After sewing it, I noticed that some parts did not sew here, but it does not matter. By the time I'm done placing it on the made fabric, it will not show. Okay, so these are all the pieces. I've gone ahead to turn it. Now I'm going to spread my fabric open like this and start arranging it. There are different ways to achieve whatever designs you want. Okay, so for the first design, I arranged 3 at the top, 3 at the middle. This is just me arranging it in the way that 2 fabrics that are the same or similar will not be in the same place. So I arrange it like this first, making sure that the main fabric is not showing, everything is closed. I didn't really like this design, no, but I think I'm liking it now. Then I went ahead to arrange it again like this. I didn't like the design, so I have to scatter it and restart again. Now for this second design, I went ahead to make the first one, the second line 2, the third line 3, the fourth line 3, the fifth line 2, and the last one 1. Okay, so I think I like this design. So after I was done, I went ahead to use my pin to pin every single piece down so that I can sew it. So after I was done pinning it, this was me sewing it. Okay, you're going to be stitching everything, but I'm going to tell you that this did not work for me. I don't know if it's because I used hemi gum to join the lining and the main fabric together. Okay, just like as I was trying to say earlier. So I don't know, it was giving that bulge in fact, it was not smooth, so I had to lose it again. Now this is what I did at the end of the day that helped me. I used hemi gum to gum each piece to the main fabric, just like as you can see me doing. I've started gumming it. So this, I'm just going to show you how I did it using this one. Place hemi gum at it down, gum it, then iron it. I say gum it, iron it properly well, make sure it is well gummed, then check it at the part that is not gummed, place hemi gum there and gum it. As you are gumming it, make sure you arrange it first so that you know where you are going to be placing it. So as you can see, everything is well gummed. So I'm just going to take it to the sewing machine and sew it just like as I was already showing you guys before. Okay, stitch every single part around. So I've gone ahead to stitch it around. You can see how neat it is, and I also went ahead to weave the shoulders together with the side of the dress. So I'm going to be hand tacking the middle of the center front of the V neckline. Then I'll go ahead and place the back on it. I will stitch the shoulders together like this and stitch this other side with 1/2 inch. So after I was done stitching it, I'll go ahead and iron it. To make your work very neat, make sure you always iron the shoulder by the time you are done stitching it together. I will do the same thing for the other side. Once I'm done ironing it, so I'll go ahead and fold the hem of the sleeves. So I'll go ahead and fold it with 1 inch inward like this. I will make sure I measure it just to make sure what I have is 1 inch. Then I'll pin it down and stitch it downward. So if you do not have weaving machine and you did not weave your own, just go ahead and fold it with 1/2 inch and further go ahead and fold it with 1/2 inch, or you can fold it with 1 inch and further go ahead and fold it with 1 inch depending on what you want. So after I was done stitching it, I went ahead to iron it. Then I'm just going to pin the sides together like this. If you want to add pockets to your bubu dress, you can add. For me, I did not add. So I'll place my tape at the hem of the gown. I will mark 10 inches upward, measure 10 inches or 11 inches. Then I will mark it, I will pin it there. I will take it to the same machine and stitch it with 1/2 inch. Then I will stop it at this point I mark here. Okay, then after stopping it there, I will go ahead and fold this side like this with 1/2 inch. I will stitch it down. After stitching it, I will fold this other side. Okay, the gown is going to have slits around the down part so that I can walk freely, you know. So after that, I'll go ahead and fold the hem of the gown, and I'm going to be doing the same thing for the other side. Once you are done sewing it, don't forget to iron it. Okay, so this is the outcome of the gown. You can see how beautiful this is looking. If this tutorial was helpful, please go ahead and like, comment and share. This really helped my algorithm a lot. If you want to see more of cutting and sewing tutorials here, please go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to see you guys on my next tutorial. Bye.